Now every year when we do arrays, students go, "Sir, this is kind of boring. I don't know why we're doing this," but trust me, to do games, anything exciting in computers, you need to understand arrays. So for instance, once you get good at arrays, this is what we're eventually going to do this semester in grade 10. So we're going to start to do some sort of animation. I'll show you this quick example. It's kind of goofy. I drew it myself, but it's a start. It's a basketball player dribbling a ball, and then when I press the button, he moves across the screen until he gets to the edge of the screen. Now, to do that, as kind of simple as you can think that it is, you have to understand arrays. And I'll quickly just show you the code, even though we're not going to really look at it closely today. But basically, see this line right there? That's an array. You know how we had string arrays and integer arrays to store marks and people's names and stuff like that? Well, you can have an image array, a bunch of images that are stored. And then what you do is you go through a series of them, and if you do it quick enough, it looks like it's actually animating. So you need to understand arrays. Here's another example. This one you could use for a possible game. Like at the end of the year, you're going to do either kind of like a racing game or a slot machine game. Here's a slot machine game. And again, it needs arrays. So this is very simplistic, but you have a bunch of pictures cycling through, and after a set amount of time, they'll stop, and if you get a couple in a row, you win money. If you don't get any in a row, you lose. We'll do it one more time. All right, this one you got 2 in a row, and you win $5. Now, where does this eventually lead to? Well, once you get really good at this, and again, with arrays, then you can make even more advanced programs. In grade 11, for instance, you could do a program like this, Space Shooter. All right, now this is still C#, and I'll just run it for you, okay? And it starts up, a little bit of background music, and you're moving this spaceship, and it's not that smooth, so a bit more sophisticated graphics though, and you're trying to shoot down that little object going back and forth, and hopefully I'll get it once. There I go. Okay, that's another thing that uses arrays. Now, once you get really good at that, in grade 12 we do Xbox games. So I'm going to do the same program you just saw there, but this time with sort of it made for the Xbox, or in our case just Windows for now. But you'll notice the same game you just saw me do. It was kind of slow. It looked decent, but here it is with high resolution graphics and much faster. Now look at the speed there. All right, way faster. All right, but again, to do any of this, you're gonna have to understand arrays. All right, it's all based on that. These images are cycling through, they're all going through an array, because otherwise it would be thousands of lines, and we're gonna do it in only a couple of lines to do some sort of animation. So that's the reason why you learn arrays.